I might speak about what divides the North Country from the rest of New Hampshire, and also what holds the two fast. Sort of like what George Bernard Shaw said of the Americans and the English. We are, he said, two peoples separated by a common language. Even between here and Manchester, the language differs, though not nearly so much as years ago. Broadcast and cable media have reduced regional accents and word usage, not only in New Hampshire, but around the country, and more's the pity. There is a lot to be said for hearing a bit of home when one is away, and of hearing different expressions. Late in 2010, Bob Lepre and I got off a helicopter in southern Afghanistan and were introduced to members of Charlie Company, the New Hampshire National Guard's only combat unit. One officer didn't have much to say, so I knew he was from New Hampshire. And when he did speak, I knew he was from the North Country. It was music to my ears. Of course, be it in Manchester or Berlin, you used to be able to hear someone say, "Hey, throw me down the stairs, my lunch." But only up in these parts, or from someone from these parts, was a young kid years ago likely to hear such colorful lines as, "By the red-blooded, bald-headed American Christ child, hand me that cant dog, Rooster." So the Cog Railway. That's a quote from memory from the late Larry Gooden, track boss at the Cog about 50 years ago. In keeping with this week's weather, I will quote somewhat from memory another New Hampshire voice, Robert Frost, who said, "The sun was warm, but the wind was chill. You know how it is on an April day, when the sun is out and the wind is still. You're 1 month on in the middle of May. But should you so much as dare to speak, a cloud comes over the sunlit arch. A wind comes off a frozen peak, and you're 2 months back in the middle of March." I think my friend John Harrigan likes to quote the late Governor Sherman Adams as saying that the North Country, the true North Country, is that land north of the Great Notches. I like to tweak Harrigan whenever possible, but particularly by referring to some place like, I don't know, Boltonboro or Laconia as being the North Country. Drives him crazy. As does saying Coos County. or not pronouncing Lancaster quite right. I think the land does define the North Country and its people. The land is rugged and does not suffer fools gladly. The land offers spectacular views, but the best are rewarded to those who work to see them, work by living here year-round, by walking some distance, either on a road less traveled or on no road at all. The North Country trains people to see the forest and the trees, and to appreciate both. Because the land is rugged, the people have adapted to it rather than the other way around. Because it is rugged, people from away are sometimes surprised to discover how old and mature the tourism industry is here. Yes, people here favor conservation of its natural resources, but they see that as compatible with rather than in contradiction to development. From the grand hotels and tramways and sugar shacks to roaring snowmobiles and now even the zip lines that dot the land. Today, just imagine trying to build an auto road or cog railway or even an AMC hut at Lake of the Clouds. But years ago, the people hereabouts thought nothing of having a full-scale hotel atop Mount Washington. Today, the federal government would shut down this beautiful Mountain View Grand Hotel if it put a sign in the wrong spot. Years ago, the federal government itself had an aircraft engine testing building near the Mount Washington summit. That thing was huge. And a man once landed a fixed-wing aircraft near the cow pasture. You know where the cow pasture is? Raise your hands, cow pasture. as atop Mount Washington. They kept cows there to feed the guests and provide milk for the hotel atop the mountain.